So I came up with the idea for this video a few weeks ago already. When I was talking with Pedro Sánchez, who is a great old milonguero, one of the few remaining ones, and person I respect very much. And I thought it was a very good idea for a video. But it took me some time to really gather my thoughts and to really get to the point of what I wanted to say. And sometimes it can be very hard to make videos like this, to make vlogs, if you're not entirely sure what you want to say, especially if a topic is quite profound. And that's because this video is essentially about a question like, how can people improve their dancing? And I always say things like, you can improve your technique, you can improve your embrace, you can improve your musicality. And that's one of the things, two main things in this video is what this material I'm going to show you is about. It's about musicality. And I'm always like saying very clearly, like, people should up their game, people should become more musical when they dance. And maybe not everyone has the same talents in that sense, but you can always improve your musicality by listening more to the music and improving your understanding of these orchestras. And I'm certainly not the only one who's promoting this. So I think it's been shown that it works to make people dance more musical. But there's one thing that is less tangible, and that's about feeling and connection. So it actually took me a few weeks, and this Wednesday I had a private lesson and I decided to dance afterwards during an afternoon milonga. And that was the moment when I observed some people and really thought about, like, how can I create a coherent statement out of this to use in this video. And the difficulty is that I cannot really see on the outside, like sometimes I can, but not always, like to what extent people are really like intimately experiencing a dance, a music. Are they merely dancing like a movement, like an athletic exercise? Or are they actually truly dancing tango, which is more than just musicality? There's so many things going on that are like these introverted things that happen in a tango embrace, and I cannot always judge to what extent other people are good at this or not. And often with connection, you can see, a woman. I can see a woman I think dances really well, and then I dance with her, and then I'm, disappointed. I shouldn't say disappointed, but I feel like I just don't have the connection for some reason, and that's okay. I mean, that happens. Where it usually, if I see some signs that this connection might be there, it usually is that way. But like I say, you cannot. It's no certainty. So let's just watch this video I've chosen for today to see what someone who's been in tango for. I wrote that down recently when I talked to him. Let me see. I think over. Okay, that's awkward. 72 years. So Pedro Sánchez has been dancing for 72 years. And if there's anyone who, is allowed to say something about this topic, it's definitely Pedro Sánchez. And this video is a video that inspired me in 2016 to take a private lesson with this man. And I later found out that this was actually filmed by my friend Terry Meindrath. I probably butcher your name, sorry. But my friend from England. And he's actually the guy who's not visible in this video, but that you hear. He's the one getting the instruction. He's getting the instruction to give her love. So if I can just check out what Terry sent to me about this video when I asked him about it. The most important advice was, bailar con amor, dance with love, bailar con todo el cuerpo. And then he says, this was true then, and it is true now. I think of it every time I take a woman, usually a woman, in my arms. So, let's see what the video is about.
Ella está todo mi cuerpo, está sintiendo. Eso es lo que tenés que hacer vos. Bueno,
Dale amor.
el cuerpo.
Dale amor, dale amor. Amor.
Amor.
Ella quiere amor con la música. Ella está enamorada de ese vals y tú tienes que ser el complemento para amar esa música.
Gracias, sí señor.
Me parece a mí, no sé, es una manera de pensar mía.
So Terry made these subtitles himself when he uploaded this. It's very long ago, I think 12 years ago. But like he's saying, it was true then and it's still true now. So it's not the most subtle messaging that Pedro is giving here, and it's very Argentinian. It's very almost bombastic, but it does get the point across. And the point...
Ella está todo mi cuerpo. Está sintiendo. Eso es lo que tenés que hacer vos.
Bueno,
Dale amor.
el cuerpo.
So he says two things here, like, she feels my entire body. It's in the embrace, and he engages his entire body in his dance. And then he says, dale amor, dale amor. And then he continues his sentence that...
Dale amor, dale amor. Ella quiere amor con la música.
So she wants love. She wants love for the music. She is in love with this vals.
Ella está enamorada de ese vals y tú tienes que ser el complemento para amar esa música.
And you must compliment her to love this music too. So that's what he literally says.
Gracias, sí señor.
Me parece a mí.
Now he's like this very Argentinian.
Es una manera de pensar mía.
Es una manera de expresar mía. So it's beautiful Argentine Buenos Aires Spanish. But apart from that, and apart of the way he says it, these are things that speak of these 72 years of experience dancing tango in the place where it originated. It is about love for the music and connection with your partner. And like I said, this thing that we can improve the musicality, I think this is sorely lacking in countries like mine. There should be much more musical dancing than there is at the moment. But, you know, that's also wishful thinking, because it's hard to get to this point where you are in control of the music like these old milongueros were mostly, because a lot of them have passed away, of course. But Pedro Sánchez is still there, and he knows the music very well. So nobody can deny that. And what's attractive about this man, attractive is how well they know music and how well they dance. So it's for them, it's like a one thing that comes together. It's inseparable. Whereas here, I feel like often it's still too much about the steps, showing off the steps you can do, showing off your technique. And of course, like I said, it's hard to make videos like this because there are, in fact, a lot of people who do have this embrace, who dance very well, who are musical, who have a lot of connection, who have invested a lot of time in understanding this dance. And there are really high level events nowadays all over Europe or North America or wherever. So it's always hard to criticize things, and I'm also not qualified to just look at all these scenes in all these countries here in Europe and judge all these scenes based on things I haven't witnessed. I haven't been to every literal place there is. But yeah, I think in general, this is something we can still very much learn from. That it can be enough, if you're gonna dance, to just embrace someone and feel. So you're embracing your partner. And you can begin by just feeling this embrace and listening to what the music has to tell you. And I got another screenshot here from another friend who's called Chan Park. And he says this about Buenos Aires. The music is more than just a background to the dance. It's an integral part of the experience. Dancing tango in Buenos Aires is not just about steps. It's about connecting with the music and with your partner and creating something beautiful together. I can tell you that in general, the opinion of my friend Chan is that he can only find this in Buenos Aires, but I doubt you can only find this in Buenos Aires. Actually, I find this here as well. It might be more intense there in some ways, but I think you can find really great dancers here. But there's also a lot of dancers who lack in these areas. And like I said, it's almost dangerous to comment on this, because I can talk about the musicality. I can make a very good argument about why musicality is lacking. But in terms of the connection and the things going on between the partners, I feel like I cannot always judge, because I am not in their embrace. Like, I should be somewhere in the middle, like a three-person hug. But that's not going to happen, and it's not the same as dancing tango. So you have to understand that these things are very relative. But what you can learn from a tango god like Pedro and all the other milongueros who are no longer here is that the essence of tango is, in a sense, so simple, and you don't need all the tricks, you don't need all the exterior, and you can reinvent yourself. Even though if you know 1,000 steps, you can reinvent yourself by asking yourself, how connected am I truly? Am I giving her love? Am I giving her love on the basis of this beautiful D'Arienzo vals that is playing, like in this video? Well, that are the right questions you should ask yourself, and that's what I wanted to share today.